It is August of the year 1676, and the town of Falmouth, Maine, lies partially destroyed. A survivor of the recent raid by the Abenaki, Thaddeus Clark, recounts the devastation in a letter written to his mother. Of the men slain, 11. Of the women and children, 23 killed and taken. We that are alive are forced upon Mr. Andrews his island to secure our own and the lives of our families. We have but little provision, and are so few in number that we are not able to bury the dead till more strength come to us. Before the outbreak of King Philip's War in 1675, which I have a series on, the Abenaki lived largely at peace with their colonist counterparts in New Hampshire and Maine. However, when a group of Wampanoag launched a retaliatory raid against the Massachusetts town of Swansea in mid-1675, colonists in York, Maine, sent a force up the Kennebec River to demand disarmament from the Abenaki, to which they complied. Subsequently, many Abenaki starved in the following winter due to being unable to hunt. After this, many outbreaks of violence occurred between Penobscot and colonists, and the final straw was reached when colonist militiamen drowned the son of a Pequawket sagamore named Squando in cold blood. Under the leadership of Androscoggin Sagamore Moghagon and Penobscot Sagamore Madakawando, the Abenaki made their first raid on the town of Topsham, where they destroyed a farm on September 5th of 1675. Through September, Abenaki forces launched raids throughout Maine and New Hampshire, attacking Saco and Durham, and forcing the abandonment of a town called Winter Harbor on Mount Desert Island. In early October, 2 large battles were fought in the town of Berwick, and on October 18th, the town of modern Scarborough, then Black Point, was attacked, with 7 houses destroyed. Following this, the war died down for a time, with isolated skirmishes occurring, but not as many large-scale battles due to the winter season. On August 11th, 1676, a large Abenaki force attacked the town of Falmouth, near modern Portland, killing and capturing up to 34 settlers. This is the raid that Thaddeus Clark was talking about. On the 14th, the Abenaki attacked the best fortified settlement in the region, a trading post for the Clark and Lake Company on Aroostook Island, killing 14. The people of Maine and New Hampshire started using fortified houses called garrison houses, which would act as shelters for whole towns during raids. On September 7th, a large group of 200 Abenaki were tricked into false peace negotiations and captured, with many being sold into slavery. Following this, the Abenaki attacked Wells on the 24th, killing 3, and York on the 25th of September, killing 40 people. In November, the English retaliated by taking 9 natives captured in Machias, Maine, and 17 Micmac in Nova Scotia captive, selling them into slavery. During this time, Moghagon began building an Abenaki navy out of an estimated 40 sloops and about 12 30-ton ships captured from colonial militiamen. In February of 1677, the English betrayed the Abenaki at another quote-unquote peace conference, capturing several leaders and selling them into slavery. I'm beginning to see a pattern here. In April, the Abenaki attacked Wells and York yet again, killing 10. On May 13th, Moghagon laid siege to Scarborough. The siege lasted 3 days, with 3 colonist soldiers killed and a 4th captured. However, Moghagon was killed on the 3rd day, with the siege breaking following his death. After the death of Moghagon, the Abenaki raided York and Wells yet again, with another attack being set on York as they retreated. On June 29th, the Abenaki ambushed a large colonial force near Scarborough, killing about 60. On July 18th, in Nova Scotia, a group of 80 Micmac captured 5 English fishing boats, bringing them to Maine. The fishermen were able to stop the attack on the Penobscot River in Maine, and many of the Micmac attackers retreated overboard into the river. However, some were imprisoned, where they were brought to Marblehead, Massachusetts, and stoned to death. Following the entry of the Mohawk on the side of the English in 1677, the Abenaki sued for peace. The Abenaki negotiation party, led by Madakawando, signed a Treaty of Casco with the New York colonial government, who owned Maine at the time. Under the terms of the treaty, the English had to pay rent to the Abenaki, who returned all seized land. The English were also to respect Abenaki sovereignty. However, the English settlers refused to abide by the terms of the treaty, which would cause a return of tensions between the two parties. The First Abenaki War was, by nearly all accounts, a Native American victory. The war left Maine nearly depopulated of English settlers for a time, and even led to the English paying the Abenaki tribute. However, as settlers returned to Maine, the old tensions flared yet again, leading to a new war. But that is a story for another day. Thanks for watching.